Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Hey, 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 hey. Round of applause, round of applause. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Christina L Turner. I am Christina L Turner, Kingmaker, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Business Talk with Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. Guys, I am so excited. This is the trying to turn up my volume because my volume is kind of low. There we go. I think this is a little bit better. This is the day before Thanksgiving. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I think we should be thankful every single day of our life that we are still breathing. Yeah, with a lot of us are in our right mind and we have activity of our limbs, as my grandmother would say. So if you have not, and it is your first time you've ever came across my YouTube channel, I would like to invite you to subscribe, to like this video, and also share my video with someone that you think may benefit from the information that I provide. I am an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. I've been in business over 30 years, just retired my first business that I have been in for 30 years. I retired it last year. And now we're starting a new line, a new business, which is LoriceBeauty, which is skincare. So I am very excited about the new things and that is coming. We know that this is the last quarter. We are in the month of November, in the final week of November, that we are tying up a lot of different things. And I'm hoping that that's exactly what you're doing. Also, to catch you up on a couple of things that with LoriceBeauty, we have our testers out. We sent out products. That's why you guys have not seen me in about a couple of weeks, because when I put out the invite for testers to be part of the LoriceBeauty brand to test our products, because we had opened it up to the public, we got a nice... They answered the call. I should just say that. They answered the call. So products had to be sent out to them. That was something that I had to do. My dad, who I told you is the formulator for all of my products for LoriceBeauty. He had to make sure that we had enough so that we could mail it out to the people who are going to be testing our products. And this is the thing, the opportunity to get. They're lifetime partners. So anytime that we create a new product, they're the first to receive, and they do not have to pay for our products. So if you guys have not gotten in on that opportunity, you missed it. I'm very, very sorry, but you will not miss the soft launch that we're going to be having next year. So I am excited about everything that's coming. Another thing too is not just with LoriceBeauty, but this is vision board time. And if you are one who like to put together vision boards, I am going to be live in Houston, Texas. I partner up with Muze on CreativeAF. We partner up together. We're going to be doing a workshop in Houston, Texas, January the 13th. So I'm going to be bringing on a couple of people. Miss Sheba is going to be here. She is the CEO of Muze, CreativeAF, and she's going to be here with me. We're going to be getting you ready and prep and talk about vision boards and why should you have it. But this particular intensive, it is going to be an intensive class or workshop, however you want to do it, because you are going to go to work. One of the things that we're going to be focusing on is our business. This is specific. This has nothing to do with your personal life. If you want a boyfriend or you want a better relationship with your husband or your wife or your maid, whatever, this is strictly for business owners. If you are in entrepreneurship. And I also would like to extend the olive branch to teens who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs. I think this will be a great thing for you to be focused on your business. Now, if you are 18 years, under the age of 18 years old, you have to have an adult to come with you because we just don't want any liabilities. And we want to make sure that you are protected with your guardian that's there. If you are 18 and over, I will be putting a link in the description, in the description box, and also in the comment box for you to participate in the workshop if you are in the Houston, Texas area. And if you want to travel to Houston, Texas, I also have another opportunity. I'm going to be in Nashville. We're still working out the details for the Nashville. So I'm kind of like touring around a little bit. If you're interested in me coming into your area, you're definitely going to get the information. I'll put that in how you can get a hold of me. So the last time that I was on YouTube, we were talking about validation. This is the final part of validating your business. And before you get started. And this part kind of goes into when you're already in the business, how to keep the validation of your business up to par, in sync, in tune to the vision and the mission that you want to do as a business owner. So, and not only that, not as just a business owner, but a successful business owner, because we're all about get the money, honey, here, okay, when it comes to your business. All right. So we're going to get started. This is part 3 of validating the validation of your business. And I really gear my information, my YouTube channel, to new entrepreneurs and up to 3 years, because kind of like, you know, when that first 3-year period it's a little challenging and you need someone to help you walk through. That's if you want, or you can do the research yourself. So let's get into it. This is the 3rd part. And the last time we talked about, and I just want to do a recap. We talked about doing a beta testing. We talked about conducting surveys and interviews. We spoke about how to build an online presence, a pricing strategy, how to create a business plan, but we didn't go into details about the business plan because I did remind you that I do have YouTube videos in my feed here on my YouTube channel about how to put together a winning business plan that that the SBA would just be like chef's kiss. Okay, so if you want to apply for loans or anything, that is on the channel, and there is a link in the description for that particular video or that particular lesson. I think I did a series on that as well, on how to build a business plan, and then you could just follow the prompts. So another thing in recap, we talked about the MVP, the minimal viable product, and how to test your MVP, and how to make sure that you create a product and that you're able to get it out to the masses quickly. We talked about that. We also talked about identifying your targeted audience and researching your market, because you need to know who is your market, who are the people that that's going to be serving, that you're going to be serving or producing products for. What does that market look like? And then also defining your business idea. So we went through mostly every aspect of validating your business except for this part. And I'm sorry, I'm on the table and I have my laptop on it, so if it's a wiggle, it is definitely my fault that it's wiggling because I'm navigating my laptop, and so it's going to be shaking a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't harm anyone with vertigo or anything like that. So we're trying to get this together. Okay. So part 3 on validation is the final part of validating your business. Okay. So this is here we are, we're launching. So you want to make sure you monitor your key metrics once your business has launched. And so you have to define your key performance indicators, which is called KPIs, that's related to your customer acquisitions, the retention of your customers, and the revenue that you're going to be making. You regularly need to monitor and analyze these metrics to gauge your business progress. So you may be asking, so Christina, how do I do that? How do I monitor it? One of the things that I did definitely when we had our Sosavus in design before we retired it, month by month, I will look at our numbers. I also will look and see the type of clients that we have. So in the beginning in the inception of our Sosavus in design, I knew who my clients were and I knew where they came from. I knew the pricing strategy that we were going to be providing for them. We knew that at that time, when we started back in the 90s, we knew how much money that we were going to be making. Okay. So after launching your business, you want to continue to monitor this either quarterly. And remember, I said since I started, I was doing it monthly. But as you get busy, sometimes you are not able to keep up with all the numbers at that time. But I do recommend that you do it quarterly or every 6 months. Okay. You have to know what you're doing, because if you don't look at your key performance indicators, what's going to happen is you probably get lost in the sauce, right? And then you also want to make sure, how do you keep your clients coming? And how often do you want them to come? Do you want them to buy from you monthly? Do you want them to buy your services quarterly? Do you want them to buy every 6 months? You have to know how often your clients are coming, and that's how you keep your client retention. And you need to know what it is that attracts them. Okay, so that's very, very important. So doing this will allow you to make any adjustments, gaining and retaining clients, which is basically what I just said, just in a different way. All right. Here's another thing too, and making sure that you validating your business. Do you need any money? Do you need funding? Okay. One of the things that I have when I'm doing my consulting with small businesses that come to me, the back office have to be tight. And you will probably hear me say this in all my other videos, that your back office to your business have to be tight. You want to be registered. You want to have your business registered, legal. You want to have an EIN number. You also need to have a bank account. Where are they going to be putting that money? If they're giving you funding, where are they going to be putting it? Okay, so you want to make sure that you have that. So if you are requiring funding, there are business grants out there. I always say apply for the business grants first. That's number one, because that is money that you do not have to pay back for. Okay. And if necessary, yes, you need to get a loan. So what would you get a loan for? Would you get a loan because you are buying a building, renovations? You need to know what you're going to be doing with this money, not for, frivolous spending when it comes to your business. You got to have that money allocated directly for your business. If you're going to put $2,000 aside for marketing, you need to do that. If you're going to put $500 for labeling, you need to do that. You need to make sure that you know specifically what you're going to do in regard to the money that is afforded to you, regardless if you're paying it out of pocket, if you're getting grants, or even if you're taking a loan. Okay, you just don't want money coming to you and it has nowhere to go. All right. Because I do believe in spiritual law. So spiritual law on money is also very important. You have to give it a direction to go so that you can come back, so that it can reach back to you. Okay. So determine if your business requires external funding and explore options, and also I forgot to mention, not just the loans and the grants in your own pocket, but also investors in crowdfunding. There are some organizations that do crowdfunding that help small businesses raise money to do all the necessary things that need to be done, whether it's supplies or renovations, or even to rent a building. There's a thing called crowdfunding. So you might want to look into that, and also investors. Well, when I think about investors, anytime that I invest my money in something, the first thing I think of is return on my investment. There is no way that anyone is going to invest something into your business and you do not have a plan on how they're going to get their money back. You have to have a plan on how they get their money back. Either it's a percentage, Is it going to be after every quarter? You're going to be returning these funds these funds to them. Is it going to be stock options? Then that would depend if your company is a corporation and they have and you have shares, as you're going to be sharing, and they can buy a portion of your business through shares. But the main thing is not only that you're telling them how they're going to get a return on their investment, you have to honor your word. You have to be integral when it comes to people investing in your business, and you're telling them, yes, I'm going to definitely not only going to pay you back, but I'm also going to pay back interest, because I'm going to tell you, most investors, when they do invest in your company, they definitely want not just a return on their investment on what the amount of money they do, but they also want a little bit of extra because they did consider you for the dollar amount that you are requesting for. So here it is. Again, I'm going to say this again because I have it in my notes, that before seeking funding from any source, make sure your business is legally registered with your state. You are using your business EIN number when applying for funding, either loans or grants, and you have opened a business bank account, not a personal bank account, a business bank account. And before you even do that, you want to make sure that you do research on where you want to open your business bank account. A lot of businesses have, a lot of banks have a lot of different perks for different businesses. I legally cannot tell you which way to go in regard to that. But you need to do the research yourself and see what bank will fit your business and your business needs. So let's say, for instance, if you don't need a loan right away, but you have already started building a relationship with the business because you open up a business account, and then maybe later on, maybe 6 months, then you're able, your bank that you've already built a relationship with, and they're watching your spending, because yes, the banks do watch what you spend and how much you spend certain things on, and they're looking how you're managing your business bank account, and then you can qualify for a loan within 90 days to 6 months. So 3 months to 6 months. So do your research in everything. Do your research. Okay. Loans too, investors too, crowdfunding too. Do your research. Make sure that you know that this is a good fit for you, because all money is not good money. You want to make sure that you don't put yourself in a predicament that you are upside down in regard to returning that money back to them. You don't want the stress, because it's already stressful enough starting a business. Even for me, I've been in business for 30 years, and starting a new company, it is stressful. And now it seems like time is flying by so fast. It seems like you're doing something and you look up and it only feels like you've been working for 3 hours, and literally it's late at night. So you have enough stressors as it is. You do not want to put yourself in a financial stress. Okay. All right. So pivot and persist. So we're going to talk about a little bit about how to pivot and how to persist. So based on your validation results of all the things that we spoke about in all the other 2 videos, including this one, you need to decide whether you pivot your business model or continue with your original plan. This is why it's so important to have a business plan, because then you can go back to that business plan and you could tweak it. And this is how you can pivot, or you can leverage. Okay. So be open to adapting your strategy based on what you've learned. One of the things that I do since getting into the skincare industry is I'm doing research every morning. I'm researching every morning. I listen to what other skincare industry providers are doing. I listen to ingredients. I do the research on the ingredients, something that piqued my interest. I may not do the research on that interest right then and there, but I'll take a note and I'll send it to my dad as just like a note, so I can go back to it later, and I can do all the research on that, and then we'll have comparable notes. Okay, so you can only decide if your business model need to change, or it need to be tweaked, or you continue with your original plan if you follow the validation process from start to finish. And it does seem a lot. I know entrepreneurs who've been in business for a little minute, and it just, they get so overwhelmed because they don't have a plan within the plan. They don't, you have to have goals within your plan. And then you, like I said, some modification, because there's no perfect formula. So what the formula may have worked for someone else may not work for you. Okay, so that's why you need your own way of how to do things, which is why you will hire a consultant. This is why I have a consulting firm, because you come over here and we customize the plan according to not only who you are as an individual, what you can handle, but also according to your business structure, and what it is that you are trying to do, that you will do it so that you can make a 6+ figure business. All right. Okay, here's another one. Deciding to pivot or persist can be challenging. I just said that, due to the idea of business that you had in your head and the planning you put in place for it to be successful. You do not have to give up your business in its entirety. All right, there may be something, and I'll just use outside. So when I started off with outside events and design, I started working through with the New York State Assembly. That's how the concept of my business came. So I was working for the New York State Assembly, and we're doing basically campaigns for candidates. That's what I was doing. My boss was a candidate. We're helping develop campaign and a campaign trail and all the events and all that stuff that goes with you being on top, raising money for a candidate. That's where it started. And then I started doing private events, and then the weddings came. So I continued to pivot. So I pivoted out of politics and end up more coming into doing more personable services like weddings and big private parties and things like that, or big events and corporate events. And that's just how it is. So if I wanted to stay, I probably could have stayed in politics and still did campaigns and be a PR manager and helping with all of them to make money. I could have stayed there, but it was more, I'm not going to say it was more or less rewarding. Yeah, it was more rewarding to write when someone wrote me a $50,000 check versus a $500 check. You see what I'm saying? So the reward was a little bit different, and the feeling I got was different. It was just, it's amazing to send a bride down the aisle, and she's been waiting for this moment, and all the anxiety and all of the hard work and the planning and designing, and you see all of it come together in one big thing. So it was more rewarding for me to go that way. So like I said, I didn't throw away the business because we changed how we were going to be doing business. Then also you can create some adjustments that can adjust to get to the touch of things on the right path, which is why it's good to monitor your key metrics in a timely fashion. So remember I said when I first started, I was doing month to month, and then we went quarterly, then every 6 months. And definitely, I wouldn't do it longer, go beyond a 6 months period. You want to be consistent so that you can see where your strengths and your weaknesses are. It also identifies that you may be strong in one area, in many areas, and weak somewhere, but that one little weak area can cost you. Okay, it could cost you in regard to paying unnecessary fees, or it could cost you where you're missing money, you're leaving money on the table. And that's not one of the things that we do here. We do not leave money on the table. Okay, so another one is you want to scale gradually. What does that mean? It's like, okay, to scale gradually looks like this. If your business idea proves to be successful, and I would say scaling or leveraging, it means the same to me. If your business idea proves to be so, plan for gradual growth and expansion. So, and you only want to, you always want to say, I said this to my, to one of my clients, They wanted to go from having 2 trucks to eventually having 10. I totally agree. But when do you want to get the 10? Because I believe that you can start with 2 trucks, 2 or 3 trucks in 6 months, and then another 6 months, add another 3. So that give you 6. Because the more that you have, the more that also you're talking about cost and responsibility. Okay, so it started like McDonald's. McDonald's started at one location. Now you got McDonald's all over the world. And McDonald's was smart. The McDonald's owner knew that he could not be all over the world at the same time. So what he ended up doing, he ended up creating franchises so that the franchisees, which would be somebody like me if I wanted to buy a McDonald's or you wanted to buy a McDonald's, the same thing with Chick-fil-A, you were individual as franchisee, and then he got a percentage off of every franchise. Now you anywhere that you go in the world, there's a McDonald's. And can you imagine that the originator of McDonald's, that's millions, probably billions of dollars in regard to his revenue, but he started right here in one little location, and then he expanded. He wanted to expand, and he took his time. And so the best way that he did that, so him trying to be the master of everything, he was just the master in one location, one place, but thousands of locations. That was a very smart business move. Okay. Another one is that, and which is what I was saying, ensure that you can handle increased demand without compromising the quality. Your systems of how you run your business have to be consistent. You have to develop a system so that, let's say you do franchise your business, your company, whatever, your services. It has to be the same model every way. It has to be a formula that everyone follows all the time, consistent. And when you change the model, everyone that in every place that you expand your business, it has to be the same model, even with those changes. Okay. Scaling your business or leveraging your business does not always need to be opening a new location or even adding a new product. Could be the same thing. Your product or services can become a 2.0 of what you already have and repackage to provide your customers and clients the insight and partnerships of your business growth and expansion. Okay, so I want to say this. Repackage. How many of you know? I think the only person that haven't repackaged, well, I can't say that because I was going to use Coca-Cola as an example. Coca-Cola has not changed the formula of a Coca-Cola, but remember, Coca-Cola started off in a glass bottle. And remember the shape of the bottle, the shapes of their bottles change. And then now Coca-Cola is in cans and in the 2-liter Coca-Cola bottles, right? And they figured out the concept. Hey, when the vending machines came out, we're gonna put so many Coca-Cola cans and people can buy them out the vending machine versus buying them out the corner stores. So that's what we're talking about. That's repackaging. It became a 2.0, right? Instead of it at gas stations on the side of the roads or the mom and pop stores, they just repackaged the brand and it became 2.0, 5.0, 7.0, 10.0, however old you want to put it. Now Coca-Cola is what? Everywhere. And the main hub of Coca-Cola, guess where is that? Atlanta, Georgia. All right, that's the main hub of Coca-Cola. And the formula, no matter where Coca-Cola, they may have another manufacturer over somewhere else, but that formula is still the same. Okay. You want to continuously improve your business. You want to keep seeking customers' feedback and adapting to market changes. So I'm going to use LoriceBeauty. Again, one of the things that during this study, this testing period, we're doing a 6-week testing period. And we're asking week by week questions, and we told them take notes, and then at the end they'll fill out the 6-week survey. And we want their feedback. And every time we'll select once we launch and we start selling our products, we are going to definitely ask clients, the people, our customers, how did you like our product? What were some of the things that you liked about it? You like the smell, the texture, how did it help you? So you want to continue to get customer feedback on the services. And if you provided a service for them that year, ask them to do a feedback for you. It doesn't matter, they already gave you a Google review a year or two ago, you need another one. Okay, they could do another Google review on you. You want to know what that's all about. They can do a Facebook review on you. They can do a video and then you can post it on your Instagram or your YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? Or your Facebook or your stories or whatever. You definitely want to continue seeking feedback and from your customers so you can know what's going on. You got to do your homework because the market is always changing in every niche. Nothing is the same at all. Nothing is the same. Here in my hometown, where, you know, I partially had some growing up peers and where some of my friends are, there's a new, I kept saying, oh, wow, this is a new coffee shop. And my dad was like, no, they've had this here for a while. I said, well, I thought they had one over there. He says, no, they have more than one location now. And this concept is the same, lounge free, you know, very relaxed environment. You come in and set up and do work. You don't have to buy coffee or buy a breakfast, whatever. It's just open to the public. And sometimes it's really crowded and sometimes it isn't, but it's working for them and they're making a profit off of it. So you want to continue to improve. Also, you want to stay informed, which is something that I said about your industry trends and the innovations. You always ask your customers how you're doing in relation to the service and the products that you provide, and it allows your customers to become silent partners. I like that word. I love partnerships. What we did with our testers, we gave them lifetime partnership because we always want to have their feedback. So they're always going to be the first ones to test our products. They're going to be able to tell us before we send it out to the masses of the people. They're going to always get our products for free. And we're going to feel confident about them because we pick people who are definitely going to tell us the truth. We did not pick people that we knew for a while. We really want the truth about how our products feel. And the same thing, we definitely going to give incentives to the masses of people that come in. And then we ask them for that. What is the incentive you're going to give for the feedback as well? So getting your feedback from your customers lets you know what works and what doesn't work. You also want to stay ahead of the trends. You got to stay ahead of the trends. Trends can be your friend or your enemy because what was booming now may not be booming later. You know, what is hot now may not be hot later. So pay attention to what trends has possible staying power, longevity, and then how they may benefit your business and increase your revenue. So just remember this, that validation of your business is an ongoing process. And as your business evolves, continue to refine your strategies and service to meet the changing needs of your customers and the market. Being able to adapt to the changes within and around your business is key to long-term success. And I think that, yeah, that is it. We are done with the validation of your business series. I am so happy that you had the opportunity to stay with me and that you have the opportunity to be part of my YouTube channel. I am so excited about that. I am really hoping that the information that I gave you is beneficial to your business, something that you can use not just temporarily, but you can use for a lifetime that you are in business. And hopefully that your business can go 30 years, 40 years, or even longer if you so choose, even longer. So, yeah. If you need any of my consulting services, you could go on my website to www.ChristinaLTurner.com, or you can email me at info@ChristinaLTurner.com. My phone number is also in the website. I wish that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.